I have a one question for you. Is it possible in New Zealand, if you find a just job offer or if you are already working in those occupations, you can straight away apply residence visa of New Zealand? The answer is yes. Hi everyone, I am Mr. Sheikh, a licensed immigration advisor in New Zealand, and we have so many clients from worldwide who can get our service, and they got their student visa approved, they got their partner of New Zealand work visa approved, they got their visitor visa approved, they got their residence visa approved, and many other clients. So if you are looking for immigration specialist who can understand your profile, who can understand your family's profile, so please get in touch on this WhatsApp number and let me help you so you can achieve your dreams to come, to study, to work, or maybe settle down in future in New Zealand. Now let's back to the main topic of the video, state to residence visa of New Zealand. Who can apply? What are the requirements? When can you apply? How much fees you have to pay? And how much time immigration New Zealand will take to process? And can you include your partner and dependent children? And many other detailed information. And I am challenging you, you will not find such a detailed information on YouTube or anywhere else. So please watch this video till end and like and subscribe my channel so you will not miss out any further updates announced by Immigration New Zealand. So now we are here on my screen, and let's understand what are the requirements for state to residence visa of New Zealand. So when you are applying, you must be age 55 or younger, be working for an accredited employer or have a job offer from accredited employer, or have or be offered a green list tier 1 job that is full time. So what are those occupations under the green list tier 1 job, and what are the pay rate requirements? I have discussed in full details at the end of this video. So please watch this video till end. And you must be speaking and understand English, and you meet other visa requirements. All right. So you can live, work, and study in New Zealand indefinitely. The immigration New Zealand fees is 6,450 New Zealand dollar, and immigration New Zealand processing time 4 months for 80% application. But immigration New Zealand generally take 8 to 9 weeks to finish this application. But mostly 80% of application is giving result in within 4 months. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, age is 55 or younger. Next is this visa lets you live, work, and study in New Zealand. Include your partner and dependent children age 24 or younger in your visa application. So that's actually very good things. You can include your child, age 24 or younger. And what are other requirements we are going to discuss ahead in this video. So how long you can stay? A state to residence visa lets you stay in New Zealand indefinitely. So after you have had this visa approval, you can stay 2 years in a row. Then you can apply permanent residence visa that lets you travel in and out of New Zealand indefinitely. So Immigration New Zealand first approve their state to residence visa in New Zealand, and then you have to stay in New Zealand for 2 years, and then you can get approved permanent residence visa, and that residence visa can let you in and out indefinitely in New Zealand. Okay, so next is current job or job offer. So you must have the job offer or already working in a green list tier 1 job. The green list is a list of jobs that's Immigration New Zealand is saying. The green list is a list of jobs that we need people for in New Zealand. These jobs are separated into skill level called tiers. So these occupations, Immigration New Zealand or in New Zealand, they have required. Okay, the job must be with an accredited employer, the tier 1 job on the green list, and full time and permanent or fixed term for at least 12 months. Or if you are contract or continuous contract for at least 6 months. So that's job offer requirement. Okay, next is when you apply for this visa, you must be paid at least the rate specified for your green list job, or New Zealand dollar $33.56 an hour, which is the 2024 medium wage. If a wage rate is not specified for your green list job, so you must also meet the green list requirements for your job, such as registration, professional membership, and or qualifications. All right. Next is the employment is full time. Employment is full time if it amounts to at least 30 guaranteed hours per week for every week work. So you have to work at least 30 hours a week. Okay, next is the employment is permanent or a fixed term for at least 12 months from when the application is made. So your employment must be at least for 12 months. And but if you are working as a contractor, so there is another extra requirements. So what is the saying? For the purpose of acceptable employment instructions, a contract for service will be considered acceptable employment where the applicant has a current contract or contract for service totaling at least 6 months duration. So for contract, you need to show at least 6 month duration plus where a wage threshold and work relevant experience is specified for the occupation tier 1 appendix 13. The applicant meets the requirements specified for contract for service arrangements for that occupation. So if you are working under contract of services, then your contract services must be at least 6 months duration. And the next is you need to meet wage threshold and relevant work experience as well. Okay. When you see the documents, so what documents you can provide? So your employment agreement, fixed term contract, or employment offer letter from accredited employer is must show your hours, duration of employment, and position and pay. But if you are contract or contracts, so you need to show without breaks, adding up to 6 months or more. All right. So there is for contracts, what the immigration New Zealand is saying, if your job will be based on a contract for service, you may have additional pay or skill requirements you need to meet. Check the green list to see if there are any other requirements for your job. If there are, they will be listed under the green list requirements for your job. So what is that? So it's here. If your job has a wage threshold for employment based on a contract for services, you will need to evidence showing you have at least 10 years of relevant work experience and you are paid at least the contract for service wage threshold. Okay, so if you are working under contracts, so you have to show you have at least 10 years of relevant work experience and you are paid at least the contract for service wage threshold. Okay. So next is related to health. So if you and anyone included in your application must be in good health. So what does it mean? So you and anyone else included age 15 or older must complete a chest X-ray and medical examination. So for example, if your dependent child is age 15, then you have to provide chest X-ray and medical for your age 15 or older children. So dependent children aged year 10 or younger must get a medical examination but do not need a chest X-ray unless INJ asks for it. So if your dependent child is 10 years or younger, then yes, you have to provide medical examination, but you don't need to provide chest X-ray unless Immigration New Zealand asks for it. And if your child is age 11 to 14, then must get a medical examination and chest X-ray, but only need to blood test if INJ asks for it. So if your dependent child is age 11 and 14, you have to provide chest X-ray and medical examination as well, but you don't need to provide blood test unless Immigration New Zealand asks for it. Okay. Next is character PCC. So you and anyone else included in your application must be of good character. If you and anyone else included are age 17 or older, you must provide police certificate that are less than 6 months old when you apply. So anyone, you and anyone included, those are age 17 or older, you have to provide PCC. So when we see PCC, so PCC you have to provide from countries you are citizen of and countries where you have spent 12 months or more in over the last 10 years, even if those 12 months were not in the one state. So first you from your citizenship of your country of citizenship, and next is where you have spent 12 months or more in the over the last 10 years. And your police certificate must show all criminal records, not only from the last 10 years. Okay. Next, now this is very important and tricky part. So dependent children and partner. So if you are include your partner dependent children in your application, you must have genuine relationship with them. So what evidence you can provide? You can provide marriage certificate. You can provide birth certificate. All right. So there are two different requirements for temporary visa dependent children and for residence visa dependent children. So let's just quickly understand what are the requirements for temporary visa dependent children. So your child is dependent if they are age 19 or under are single and rely on you for financial support. So that is for temporary visa. And if they are 18 or 90, they must not have children of their own. If your children is 20 or older, you cannot include them in your application for visitor or student visa. They can apply for a visitor or student visa based on their relationship with you. So this is for temporary visa. If your child is 20 or older, then you cannot include in your temporary visa. But for residence visa, there is a different requirements. What they are saying, if your residence visa for dependent child, your child is dependent if they are 24 or older, and single. Okay, so if they are 18 or over, they must not have children of their own. And if they are age 21 to 24, they must also rely on you or another adult for financial support, depending on which visa they have applied for. So this is actually, very good things. So when you are applying for residence visa, so your dependent child still age 24 or under, you can include them as a dependent child. But your dependent child must be single and dependent on you, and they should not have children of their own. Okay, so next is, let's understand about the English language requirements. Yeah, but first I'm just drinking some water, sorry. Okay, so English language requirement, you must speak and understand English. There are two ways you can show you speak and understand English. First is your citizenship, and next is English language test. So the test result must be in a minimum your meeting score and be no more than 2 years old. So when we say for citizenship, so how you can prove its citizenship? So if you are citizen of one of the countries listed below, you must have spent at least 5 years working or studying in one of those countries, or in Australia or New Zealand. So for example, if you work or study in Canada, Ireland, USA, UK, then at least 5 years, then you don't need to provide English test. You have to provide just this all records, and you are meeting English language requirements. For the if you so for example, if you have bachelor degree, so your bachelor degree must be, you will be studying for the qualification for at least 2 years from Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, or USA. Then you are meeting requirements. You don't need to prove. You don't need to provide English language test. You have to just provide your bachelor degrees records. Same for postgraduate qualification. If you are level 8, studying in qualification for at least 1 year in Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, or USA, then you don't need to provide English language test. You are meeting, you will directly meeting English language requirements. You have to just provide this all your postgraduate qualification level 8. Okay. Now, if you are not meeting citizenship, then you have to provide English language test. So there are two options for principal applicants and for your partner dependent children. So for principal applicant for this visa cannot use the English lesson option as a way to meet our English language requirements. So, but for your partner dependent children age 16 or older, do not get a minimum test score, then you can buy English language lesson for them. So if your partner or dependent children is not getting that result, you can buy English language lesson. But for you as a principal applicant, you must need to pass this English test. So what are the English tests? So just quickly understand. For principal applicant and partner dependent children. For IELTS, overall score 6.5 band, and here the partner dependent children score 5. TOEFL 79, overall here 35. PTE overall 58, and here is 36. So, and all other exam tests results you can provide. Okay. Now the important part of this video is here, statutory residence visa wage threshold. So when you see here what the Immigration New Zealand saying, the jobs in table 6 are on the green list and provide residence through the residence visa. Green list jobs that do not have specific pay threshold must pay at least $33.56, the 2024 medium wage. So this is the cost, a chart, it's a table 6 statutory residence visa wage threshold. So these all are occupations and these are pay requirements. So if you're working as ICT, electronics or telecommunication, you have to get paid $69.80. ICT, electronics or telecommunications based on contract for services, then $104.71 per hour. Multimedia specialist, $55 plus 37 cents. Multimedia specialist on contract for services, $82.89. External auditor, $43.63. Internal auditor, $43.63. Database administrator, $67.12. But data administrator on contract services, $83.90. System administrator, $67.12. System administrators on contract services, $83.90. I totally agree and understand this. This is quite high pay rate, but I have got client who can earning external auditor and internal auditor as a $43.63, and they can apply state to residence visa. So if you are meeting all this pay rate, you can apply state to residence visa plus meeting all other visa requirements. But now let's understand what are the some other occupations that are typically state to residence if all other visa requirements, no specific wage, only $33.56. So here you go. So all type of nurse in New Zealand is a state to residence visa in tier one occupations. So for example, if you are working as a nurse practitioner, registered nurse aged care, registered nurse child and family health, registered nurse community health, registered nurse critical care and emergency, development disability, disability and rehabilitation, registered nurse, and all any other types of nurse. If you get registered here as a nurse in Nursing Council of New Zealand and you are getting paid $33.56, if you are meeting all other visa requirements, you can apply state to residence visa, and you can include your partner and dependent children. For example, if you are doing here Bachelor of Nursing or Master of Nursing, and after finishing study get registered here, start earning $33.56, which is quite possible in New Zealand, and then you can straight away apply state to residence visa, include their partner and dependent children. Now the next thing is counselors. So for example, career counselors, family and marriage counselors, rehabilitation counselors, student counselors. Okay, so if you are working as a counselor, still you can apply state to residence visa. Dietitian, so yes, there is also if you get registered, dietitian board of New Zealand, and for example, if you are studying here master degree or bachelor degree in dietitian, earning $33.56, and yeah, you can apply for the meeting all of the visa requirements. You can straight away apply state to residence visa. Also for dispensing optician, optometrics, general counselor. Here, we have option for pharmacies as well. So hospital pharmacies, industrial pharmacies, retail pharmacies. So same thing. If you are sorry Same thing if you are applying for, if you are doing master degree or bachelor degree in pharmacies and get registered here in Pharmacy Council of New Zealand, start earning the $33.56, which is quite possible, and straight to, meeting all other visa requirements, and you can apply straight to residence visa. Same for physiotherapists, play therapists, and here we have some engineering engineering degrees as well. So for example, chemical engineer, materials engineer, civil engineer, geotechnical engineer, structural engineer, electrical engineer, electronics engineer. So all other engineers as well, you can do here bachelor degree, and get paid that pay $33.56, and straight away you can apply residence visa. Also, if you are working as a technician, for example, mechanical engineer technician, electrical engineer technician, electronic engineer technician, and civil engineer technician, still you can apply state to residence visa if you are getting $33.56 and meeting all other visa requirements. And also food technologies is also very good option. For example, if you are doing master degree in food technologies, after, or bachelor degree, finishing your study, get as a start work as a food technologist on $33.56, and which is quite possible too. And straight away you can apply residence visa, include a partner and dependent children. Okay, last but not least, school teacher, secondary school teacher, primary school teacher, middle school teacher, intermediate school teacher. So same thing, you can get registered here or do your bachelor degree or master degree in education in teaching and get registered in teaching council of New Zealand. And you can include your partner dependent children meeting all of the visa requirements on $33.56, which is quite possible too. And you can straight away apply residence visa. So if you are struggling to understand your occupation will be or are in state to residence visa or not, or if you like to know more about this topic, state to residence visa, please get in touch on this WhatsApp number, or this is our website. You can send us email too, and we will definitely get back to you as early as possible, and we will help you to sort out all your visa queries. So thank you so much for watching, and all the best for your journey to New Zealand. Thank you. Bye now.